how to protect myself from being pessimistic about this process. Your fears, your perceived limits is shared amongst individuals who start this journey for the first time. Sometimes we make a judgment, right? We've seen this amongst, some people. I can relate as well. Like everyone starts a journey in a way with a level of skepticism. Why? Because we're afraid of change. Think about this. If you commit to something, you actually change. And that's terrifying. It's terrifying. Why? Because if you actually change, get this, if you actually change, you have to wave goodbye to the old story of you that you've been holding on for all these years, if not decades of your life. You got to wave goodbye. It's a death of that old way of being, thinking, acting, embodying. At the same time, you got to deconstruct, break through the pretty sandcastles you've created called your life. That's pretty terrifying, right? So understand, we are scared of commitment because if we commit, you actually change. This is why you may struggle with a syndrome I used to struggle with. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As in, it's kind of like people do it in relationships. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You say I'm committed, but there's still a part of you looking for exit. Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Right? You're not alone. That's your survival programming. So understand this. When we're skeptical, what's really happening is your mind is fearful. Your mind is fearful. What is it fearful of? Being let down again. Think about this. There used to be a time in our life when we dared to dream. When you're young, you dared to go for it. You dared to trust. You dared to commit. But along our journey, something happened. We tried something and we failed. We tried something and failed. We went through trust issues. And after enough of those occurrences, we refuse to believe anymore. We become skeptical of change itself. Not realizing you've just locked yourself in a prison now and chucked away the keys for the rest of your life. Nobody keeps you in prison other than you. No one keeps you in prison other than you. It's your choice if you want to unlock the door and go for it. Take a step forward. Let me try it. Let me go for it. Let me go for it. That's up to you. But most of us will never will. Why? Because we're afraid of risk. Not realizing that life is a one big game of risk. What do I really mean? I'll tell you how risky life is. Nobody makes it out alive. Knowing that you might be like, Tim, you're terrifying me. Fearing death? No, don't fear death. Fear the unlived life. Fear getting to the end of your life, realizing you didn't live, you were just existing. That's terrifying. But you might be still thinking, but Tim, I want to just play it safe then. All right, let's play it safe. Let's put you in your bedroom. We'll put a quilt over your head. And I'll come feed you every breakfast, lunch, dinner. Play it safe, play it safe, play it safe. In your bedroom, quilt over your head. What would you call that if that was your life? If you're in the corner of your bedroom, quilt over your head, and somebody's feeding you breakfast, lunch, dinner. Just be real. Let me know in the chat. What would you call that if that was your life? Some of you might be thinking hell, prison, suffering, death. Are you beginning to see what playing it safe really means? It's the death of you. It's the death of your soul. It's the death of part of you that wants to go for it in this lifetime and not just merely settle. But most of us will ignore this advice. Most of us will not go for it. And this is why a study conducted amongst 1,200 elderly people noted a big dying regret amongst these elderly people at the end of their life. They said they wish they hadn't spent so long overthinking things. They said, I wish I'd gone for it more. You know, at the end of your life, you won't regret the things you did. You will be regretting the things you didn't do when you had the chance to. If you've ever had a chance to spend time with somebody with terminal illness, and I know some of you have, you realize those people at the end of their life are actually now choosing to live. They begin to no longer procrastinate on their hobbies, their ambition, their dreams. You notice they begin to go for it. Something I saw in my stepdad before his passing due to cancer. I didn't know my real dad, so stepdad was the closest thing I had to my loved one. And what was amazing was I began to see how he wasn't holding on to money like he normally does, but he's just going for it. The new projects, the things he wanted to go for, going on more holidays, everything he wanted. It's beautiful. But shame it had to be towards the end. What if today you was to decide there is no time for bullshit anymore? We don't have to wait towards the end, till the end, for us to realize there is no time for bullshit. We can actually just decide far in advance of the end. Like right now, you can decide, I want to go for it. I want to commit. Let me see what happens if I don't give up now. That's a revelation I had like 13, 14 years ago. Looking at myself in the mirror, seeing the face devoid of life, looking at myself with tears in the shower, just feeling like I've died. I've woke up to the realization I want to go for it. That's the commitment you're going to make for yourself. And understand where this is coming from is whatever you do doesn't change my life, by the way. You can quit today. It doesn't change my life one bit, by the way, but it changes yours. So understand that whatever I'm saying is all about you, not me. You make a choice. Your life is a reflection of the choices you're making. So if your life is representing more bitter than better, then you got to make some better choices in your life. And the older you're going to get, the harder it's going to become to make some of these risks. If you don't believe me, go speak to some of the LMA students who are in their 80s right now, going for LMA alongside you. And they realize, they will say to you, yeah, I wish I'd taken some of these risks earlier. You've got this chance. It's there and it's taken away. So you got to decide, what do I want? That's your choice. Nobody can decide that for you. That's your choice.